Well, ladies and gentlemen, where are we? It's 11:45, not too bad. Very proud of these two gentlemen. Firstly, Kid Galahad. I thought it was a brilliant performance. I mean, really a fight that should be, in terms of quality, for a world title. Claudio Moreira, very tough fight. It's got something that me and Dom weighed up. It's a big risk, horrible style. Should we take it? Should we not? And Barry stepped up. Great performance, getting the stoppage to become mandatory for the IBF world title. 2020 will bring another world championship shot for Kid Galahad. And Kell Brook, back with a great performance. Never seen him smiling so much, never seen him so fit, never seen him sitting on the stool after 5 rounds. Normally I'm shitting myself because I'm thinking, how has he made the weight? Are we going to run out of gas? He looked like he could have gone 20 rounds in there tonight. Back with a bang. Big 2020 for both guys. Going to pass it over to the floor for questions for the two fighters.
Question for you, Eddie, actually.
Okay.
In terms of Barry's IBF mandatory, you think you will go all out to win the purse bid? And
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we were very close last time. Sometimes when you're on the small end, it's difficult to manipulate the first bid. Like, for example, I don't believe Josh Warrington got what was won in the first bid. In fact, Barry never got what was won in the first bid either, but that's another story which we'll leave with the lawyers. And I think that the main thing is I think we understand that it's likely Warrington will be allowed to fight in April or May or something like that, but we'll be pushing to make sure that he can get a fight. Actually, funnily enough, although now we have a cast iron shot with the IBF, there is also Kanzu, who's on the same platform with us with the Zone and Golden Boy. Gary Russell, who I believe fights tonight as well, and other fights, but absolute solid. Barry is mandatory again for Josh Warrington, which, you know, you may end up seeing fight for a vacant title, because I think Warrington will be trying to unify, and then rather than fight Barry, he may look to move up to super feather himself. So we hope not, because I think it's a big fight for Yorkshire, and I think there's plenty of needle. So why not?
Cal, who would you like to fight next?
I'm after balance. Like I said, I was very healthy in there tonight, very fit. You know, so I feel complete now. I feel like this is me. You know, I've got the fire in the belly. I want to become a 2-time world champion this year, so, you know, Eddie's here now. He needs to be asked the question, can he pull up these world titles for me?
What did you think of your performance tonight?
You know, I need to look back at it, you know, but, you know, I got a clinical finish. The guy's never been stopped, you know, he's tough, durable, he brought all his team over, he believed they were going to win. You know, he worked tough at times. I've had a year and a half out, you know, I needed a few rounds to get into it, but once I settled down, you know, we're a bloodbath in there.
There was like flashes of your old self coming back in.
Yeah, and I'm just going to get better and better. You never stop learning this game, and it's not about, you know, working on losing the weight. You know, I'm straight back in the gym. I'm just going to be learning on me, you know, learning on being a complete fighter.
Did you expect Mark DeLuca to be that tough? Because he did give a really good account of himself tonight.
You know, I know he's going to be tough. You know, this is world title. It's a world title fight. Be careful with that. You know, so I knew he'd be tough. I knew he'd be tough and durable. You know, my cousin's a Marine. You know, and I know how tough and durable they are, and how fit they are. You know, so he was trying to set traps for me in there, but, you know, I'm the better fighter, and you know, the finish came. But we were tough and durable. It took some time. I thought that I could have done it before. You know, this could have been what I've been doing in the gym. But I felt very fit. I felt good in there.
Barry, were you surprised when Moreira pulled out?
Well, not really. You know, I think the next round he was ready for taking out. No, you know, the thing was with Moreira, when Eddie gave me the fight, I watched a few of his fights, and every time he's lost to high caliber fighters, and he's never really been battered like I was battered today. He was like always a 50-50 fight, and I knew it was a tough fight. You know, I trained hard for this fight. I was on it since my last fight, and I knew when today, couldn't let it go to the judges. You had to make sure, you know, I went in there and battered them from pillar to post.
And how bad's your hands?
I was on a bit of spelling.
Now, Liam Smith was here, he did a bit with the Sky. He obviously made it clear he wants that fight. Is that something that interests you?
Yeah, it's a good fight. You know, I'm sure that Eddie will sit down and see what numbers we can come up with, and how flavourful we can make it, you know. But like I said, if he's on the road to me becoming a world champion, he's on the road, you know. But that's what I've told him about the fire in the belly. You know, I want to become a 2-time world champion, and all these people don't think I've got it anymore. I'm over the hill and everything. You know, they're my motivation. You know, I know that what I want. I get up every morning, you know, and I've got to give myself a pat on the back, you know, because I've been getting up what nobody sees for months. I've been getting up twice a day, putting it in, going to bed early. You know, I've been living the life, and
sometimes with no fight day.
Yeah, no fight day as well. You know, not cutting no corners, doing
Should we
it.
tell him we decided not to give him that fight?
Yeah, we've known for a long time.
Alright, so it's
In the old
carrot there for me.
The old you without a fight day, it was impossible. Impossible. We used to make them up, they didn't even exist.
Yeah.
This one we kept quiet from him.
Yeah, is there no chance of you going to fight Amir Khan?
Come on.
I just gave an interview with Coogan, I was like, there's no point talking about it unless we ever get a phone call from him who just says, do you know what? Fuck it.
Has anybody seen him anyway?
He's training, I saw him on Instagram training.
And just an Instagram training session though, yeah?
But, you know, listen.
He's a waste of time,
For me, I jump at that fight this summer. You know, it's a stadium fight still, it's a huge fight. Just to be part of the build-up would be special, you know, but we can't waste our strategy and energy talking about it and hoping about it. It's literally now. Now sometimes it's like, I guess when you're courting a young lady, isn't it? You give them all the attention, we want him, and then sort of, maybe they get a bit complacent. When you go cold, sometimes the old text pings through, doesn't it? So, you know, maybe next week, where we're now saying we're not interested. We are not interested in Amir Khan. We wouldn't even take that fight if it was even proposed to us.
In other words, you're saying treat them mean, keep them keen.
Exactly. You've said that, not me.
Eddie, you said to me at the press conference that you would love to make Liam Smith versus Kell Brook because Kell's now on a version of WBO. Liam Smith is ranked number 2, I believe. When I guess Texera.
I mean Texera has a Castano next in a few weeks or months, so he's mandatory. Then the next one won't be due for another 9 months after that. So, but the only way I really want to make the Kell Brook Liam Smith fight is if either guy can't get a world title shot, and they're both in the same division. So, you know, if one of them don't get a world title shot, or if that fight can be made a final eliminator for the WBO world title, because it's too good a fight just to do it, you know, for the sake of doing it. They both want to become 2-time world champions, but if it gives them a path to try and do that, then we should make that fight. It's not a 12-round fight for nothing.
So final eliminator, that's what you're...
Final eliminator at the worst way, of hopefully even a vacant title. So, I mean, I don't know, but you know, the aim for me is to try and get Kell Brook a world title shot. That might be difficult in May or June. Might not be difficult in September, October, but we're not going to wait till September, October. So we have to sit down and look at all the options. And I'll probably get that text tomorrow. You never know. And if we don't, then Liam Smith is a very attractive fight. You know, I'll see Terry behind you looking at me as if to say, we'll speak on Monday and you better show me these numbers. But this is what it's all about. You know, Kell Brook needed that fight tonight to get back in the mix. But more importantly, probably needed that fight for himself. You know, to wake up tomorrow morning and go, oh, I'm back. It feels good.
Yeah. Bye, Bobby.
Bye, Bobby.
Don, one for you. How do you assess Kell's performance tonight?
I said to him, I was surprised actually he boxed that well. I didn't think he was going to box that well. And I've seen DeLuca a few times and he's tough. And I said, and when Eddie came on with that fight, I said, yeah, it'd be a good fight that, because if Kell hasn't got anything left and he's slipping, that kid will catch him out because he's tough and he keeps coming in, he can sling bombs. And you know, generally when you get a bit older, your legs go and your chin goes and you can start getting clipped with shots and you're all over the place. And Kell got caught with 1 or 2. And the kid, even when he was battered and bleeding and falling to bits, he never stopped fighting. And that's the kind of test that Kell needed. He needs somebody just coming at him, running at him, not respecting anything he'd got. And Kell just had to compose himself, pick his shots. He was a little bit rusty, but you know, Kell's been out for so many times for a year, 14 months. How does he manage to get back in and be sharp? And his timing was perfect, his power's there. So, you know, I keep saying this, he's got to be back in that gym Monday morning, because if he doesn't get back in the gym, he can't have 2, 3, 4 weeks and start again, because he'll just lose it all. This fight, this camp, was just to get him back on level. And if he wants to go higher, he's got to train harder and more. Kid Galahad got beat by Warrington on Saturday night. On Sunday morning, he was in the sports centre running, and he never stopped training from that day on. And that's what you've got to do. So you get a performance with a stoppage like that because he wants to be back in the world title fight. Kell Brook has got to be back in the gym Monday morning training, and he's got to carry on training and treat it like a job. He's too dangerous a game. He's 33 years old. He's 34 in May. He's got a family, and this game's a dangerous game at 34 years old. There's people getting killed in the ring. They're a lot younger than him, so he's got to be switched on. And if he doesn't, he's just kidding himself. So everybody's heard it. If you're not back in that gym on Monday morning on Instagram doing a workout, then Eddie, no, just saying, you know what.
You happy to be in the gym Monday?
I've been tomorrow.
But by the way, and Tuesday and Wednesday, not just Wednesday. Right, guys, thanks for your support.
Thank you.